So we are back and we are looking at the charts again tonight. So let us hit that music and take a look at what is cracking on the charts today. So as we can see, we have just had New York open. So we are waiting for the candle to close so we can make our boxes like we do when we use the ORB strategy, right? That's what we are doing. That's what we are looking for. We're looking to take some trades, paper trades tonight, but let's see what the market gives us, right? Let's see what the market gives us. Is it going to give us a buy? Is it going to give us a sell? But what we got to do? We just got to be patient and wait for the right time to enter the trades. So, if you're here, thank you for joining me as per usual. You guys rock. Much love. Sorry I couldn't stream last week. There was lots of things on the Discord, and the Discord is coming soon, guys. I'm so excited about it. It's actually going to be so cool because it's like learning a new thing, you know? So like creating Discord channels and creating and learning and all that sort of stuff. It's awesome to just like upgrade yourself a little bit. So yeah. So we'll just wait until this 15-minute closes. And so what are we looking at tonight? We will look at gold and see what it wants to do. So yeah. So we'll see what that's going on there. And then we will also see USDJPY. Then we might look at GBP USD as well. That New Yorkie candle has become looking a little bit nicer. I wonder if it's going to carry on going up or it's going to carry on going down. So yeah, so all the chatters over there, if you're ready to chat, ask me questions, or you want to know anything about me, how was my week or anything, just throw a chat in the box. But hope you are doing awesome. As always, we are ready for the charts. Oh, but it is so hot today. It is really, really hot. Just a warning, er is nieuws tonight. So we shall see if there is. There's no news on gold. So I placed it because it did break out of the box from New York. We shall see if it works. So now what I notice that I do sometimes is I notice that I get super nervous, and then because we are in a bearish cycle, okay, it did go outside bearish, and there is all this showing Gold is moving in like more of a sideways or accumulation phase at the moment. So you see it's going up, down, up, down, up, down. There's no like direction like here. It went up, it came down. So that's why I think it's changed character to go down in a bearish. It's changing its trend from a bullish trend to a bearish trend. This is what I'm thinking, because now it is broken through, right? It went accumulated, it broke through, it went up, it caused the change of character to come all the way down. So we even look at the 30 minutes. That's a huge push. So that's a huge push down, and it's saying that these massive candles are being created. And so for me, what I'm thinking, because these size of these candles matter. It's like this was the end of the uptrend, and then boom, 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 sell. And you can see here, it just went straight up. It went straight up. So there's all this space for it to come back. So in my eyes, before it goes back up again, which I could be wrong, but this is my analysis, is that it's going to come from here to here. So I think it could come back down here to go back up, or even hit the 50%. But we shall see if that actually happens. Is it doing the same thing here? So now I'm watching GDP USD, because it did this whole thing. It came up, it came up here, it went down. It came up, it went down, it came up. Is it now going to break through? Let's just play some budget trades tonight. See what works and see what doesn't, yeah? Right, let's see. Let's see if it works. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Dude, it didn't even go back up. Let's draw a supply line. How's it gonna react here? Let's see, what's the reaction gonna be when it hits that block? Yeah? Because obviously we got a supply and demand zone. So what's gonna happen? closes. Closes. Look at that. Look at that. Just missed my announcement point. Hey. Let you go. Look at all these news events, my days. Oh, hopefully I can cancel or get out of it before the news happens. BTC is going down again. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, excuse me. Mm. do, 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 do. Hmm? So in my mind, right, what I was thinking actually, see, I placed that. I could have taken a sell right here to get back to there. But because we are in an upward trend, we didn't want to do that, right? But it is definitely, it seems like it is definitely changing the trend now. Interesting. 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 I don't understand. I have. Why does my paper trading account only have 100? Oh, I see. That's maybe why. Thought I had more than 100. Okay, then I didn't know that. My bad. My bad. My bad. That is a huge sound candle for 15 minutes, but it was news. So, what happened to the music? Ugh. Yeah, I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back. Here. Annoying. Trying to clean up my chart here. Sì. exactly on the 1 hour, going up, boom, tapped into the supply. So for sellers, that was a perfect entry. Look here, we put on the 1 hour chart. So say we put our candle before, right? So they right here. Okay, even if you put, you only include the candle. Look at that. It would have been a perfect trade. Would be the chalk. So what I think, right? So on the hourly, if you look at the hourly, right? So when we're talking about supply and demand and change of character, market structure, and all that sort of stuff, right? So if you see here, it created a chalk. Now where it created the chalk and it went into the move, right? Basically what I did is I took my Fibonacci and then I measured my golden area. Like this is where I think most, how can I say, markets normally reverse, or they go in the direction, they carry on going in the direction, especially when you look at the hour chart. So if I am correct, see, like, let's take an example from here. So let's find another chalk. Okay, so we have another chalk here. This is the height of the chalk. Okay, this is the height of the chalk. Or we can say even from, okay, so this is chalk and bosses. Okay, wait. Do it here. Let's do it here. So sometimes it happens where it comes up and sometimes it doesn't. So where did it come? So this one came up to the 61 area. So the golden zone for most people, right? But the perfect entry, because this is why I like the hour chart, because if you like measure it on the hour chart, like it's like pretty particular, and you don't have to stay in, and they're pretty much more, see, boom, another one came in to that same area. So when you can identify the trend, so if it was going in a downtrend, right, it came back up and it carried on going down, and all you got to do is hold it for a longer period of time. Interesting. Some information. So obviously this one totally blew that away, and then this one also blew that away. So you can see that it's trying to break free, right? So this is where you can see, so it's still going down, still going down, still going down. So even here, if you went from here, so it's not always it's going to happen, obviously, because we're not always 100% right, but boom, what happened? Went from your 70. So ultimately, when you perfect this, or when you get used to how the market moves and stuff like that, right? You can say, for example, you can literally do this, right? You can basically say we're going short. So let's zoom in on this one. Mistake for now. So what you could use is you could use your Fibonacci as your breakdown, like your take profit and stop loss. So basically what you do is you could do it this way. You could say, okay, 70% is coming up, boom, and then so it's at the top here, give it a bit of leeway, give it a little bit of leeway, and look at that, we've got a perfect 1 to 3.7 ratio on the hourly chart. And then you can go down to the lower time frames if you wanted to, and if you're like if you've seen it moving, you can then move your stop loss, and if you want, you could have widened your ratio and take profit. But yes, remember, don't be too greedy, and then those are how it works. And that's why it's trial and error, like you figure it out, and that's why you sometimes use, and that's when you use paper trading, like to really figure out what you are doing in the market and stuff like that. So it's like, it's super cool that, you know, like you start to see patterns and you're like, oh, okay, so this huge move. So I'm not going to jump in for a buy. I'm going to take a look at the hour charts. I'm going to take a look at the hour charts. I'm going to measure the move from here. Okay, from here, where the chop came and the boss came, for example. All right, it's very close. So you can see like a pretty much a head and shoulders pattern. So it like made a funny mountain, yes indeed. But let's even take a look at this head and shoulders. So we have, okay, so say we just went jump, 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 jump. Sorry. Oh, so basically, okay, let's make it bigger on the 1 hour chart. So if we can, if you want, you could do it like this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. But what people would have done is like, they would have been like, okay, it's a sell, doom, 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 doom. And I mean, you could have gone in for sells on the lower time frames, right? But because you can see that the 1 hour is going down, okay? And then what you can do is you can then mark it as well. So this is also another way that I like to mark trades other than doing the ORB strategy. This is what I also find really, really works and stuff like that. And you just basically, you take your fib, as I said before. So this is where the main move made, came down, yeah, like the chop was created. Then you go down, boom, okay. And look, if you held that trade for, let's say, how many days? Let's take the ruler. So let's say you got in here, right? So you got in here. And it hit your take profit basically over here. So you would have held that trade for 1 day. 1 day. And especially like when you have a job and stuff like that, like it's good to take these sort of trades because you don't have to consistently check the chart, you know. But like, yeah, you gotta look at the charts and stuff like that. All right. And so whatever you are trying with your trading and stuff like that, you gotta also like specifically like look at the market and see what is it incentivizing, you know, and like what is it trying to tell you, you know. So I mean, like, that's why it's also sometimes good just to like you see the trade that you want, you know, and like, and you see how the market is doing on the 1 hour and stuff like that, and then you like decide, okay, this is going in a downward trend, because you can literally see that it's going in a downward trend, right? Okay, went up, made a chalk, you know. This is still in the hour, it's still higher high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and it takes some time before it becomes breaks out. Basically it broke out here, yeah, because this was still over there. So like the break is here, so lower low would be at the end of this move over here, and then you can see, boom, it made a change, right? It made a change of character. Basically this is when it was telling you, the incentivizer was like, look, I'm going up, bro, like wake up, I'm going up, look at me, I'm getting bigger blues, I'm going up. So guess what, I'm coming back down to go up. So you can see here, yes, this was the mini chop, but here is where it's like, yo guys, I'm really changing my character and I don't want to be like this anymore. I really don't. So what does it do? It gives you like the definitive change of character over here, because this is where the last lower high was to make the final lower low. Okay, and then it even made another lower low, right? But it's like, guys, I'm going up, I'm getting ready to shoot. So then what you could have done, like, even despite this, you could have said, okay, let's see now. So we take this and then we go here, up here, right? Okay, and then this might have stopped you out, you see. So here you would have been like, oh, okay, I learned from that lesson, you know. But so some trades you're going to take and it's not going to be perfect, right? Like we've discussed this, being a trader is not being 100% right all the time. So you go through trial and errors and you see what is like working, what is not working, and that sort of stuff, you know. And so like you can see that now it's like creating confusion, you know. Is it still going up or is it going to go back down again, you know? And like from this box, okay, this wasn't the old box, this was the supply and demand. Why is it I always get confused? Is demand at the bottom or is supply at the bottom? I always forget. I always got to try and remind myself. I always got to remind myself. Yeah, so as I was saying, I was right. Thought I was right. So basically, this is the final move before the push down, right? So this becomes our important supply area, okay? So that becomes our supply area. All right, so now look here. It like is kind of incentivizing that it might be going back down. Why? Because look, it made a big huge candle and then it made another big red candle, you know. So when this happens to go down again, basically what we can see is that, see, that's why I use my fib a lot. I use my fib in these situations. So in this situation, we saw the move, like the full move down was like this, right? A big okay, and then it was like, oh, is it maybe going to turn around again? Because look, also it could turn around, you know, like there's no like consistent like going up, going up, going up, going down, going down, going up, going up. Like it could come down again. All right, it could come down again, boom, this way to go back up, because that's, you know, like, see what it did it go 100% up the way all the way over here? No. Where did it come in? It came into this 1 hour supply zone over here, if you look clearly. So let's see. So let's, because obviously I normally just do the candle. I don't do the wicks of the candle when I do the 1 hour supply and demand area. So let's take this. Like this. Okay. Okay, so now what do we do? Stop. Extend to the right. So if we extended it to the right, you just tapped in, right? So it just tapped in. So these are also why you gotta always leave room and leave space. Look, it just even missed it, you know. So just missed it, and then it came down. You know, like that would have been a perfect sniper entry. So you just gotta make, like, so with the orb, like you can be constantly at, like you need to be constantly at your chart during session times, right? But with supply and demand areas, you can take a look backwards and you can say, okay, so this was a supply or demand zone. So for supply, you like go and sells, right? And demand area, you go for buys and longs. So in that case, you can basically, what you can do is you can literally just pick up on these areas and then say, okay, well, okay, so if we included the wick, we definitely would have been in. Okay, wait, actually, Miss Heather didn't do it correctly. So like, let's move it down. So that's why you gotta be precise, right? So there, and then there. So that is the supply over there, right? So if we go back, sorry, boom, tapped just in. But obviously if you were like not counting spread and stuff like that, if it was an exact market entry, like you saw that and you're like, that's interesting. Okay, boom, boom, boom. That's interesting, right? Oh. Okay, so let me go back to that area where it pops in. Why are you not moving for me now? Okay. So yeah, that's why. Oh, it's because I've gone past it. So you see, so here, I just have to. So if you wanted to, you can always leave room, right, for this area. And you could be like, okay, well, I'll give it a bit more leeway, so I will include like that much of the wick and that much of the wick. Boom. Can give it a little bit of leeway, and guess what? You would have been tapped in to like near perfect, you know, because then how much like if you look at it, you know, so yeah, so that's even before the change of character occurred, you know, so you would have not, like, this is what's good about supply and demand. Sometimes you can then take positions before change of character happens because it's reacting in a certain way before it goes down. And I mean, even look, say you saw this and you're like, oh, I know there's a supply area here, then you could be like, oh, tapped into the supply area but it rejected off that supply area, so it means that supply area is kind of strong. So what you could have done is then done that, put your stop loss over there, or like to be safe you wanted to put it over here, right, and then just got your 1 2 3, or here you could have gotten a big chunk, you know. But this is also foreseeing the market, and what the market is going to do is always, you know, like better or not, you know. So like it's kind of like, okay, so now how does this work and all that sort of stuff. That's why consistently looking at the market helps a lot, you know. Even on this one, if you look here, so this huge thing occurred, right? Okay, so you could have seen like, okay, so this kind of like is getting ready because it's tapping this out, and it's like, this seems like rejection over here, you know. And then it goes up where you could have gotten a quick, okay, so you could have played from supply to supply, right? And then So you could have said this is the supply area, boom, and then boom. Again, like I said, you know, like it's tapping into this main supply area, and it might push over it now, you know, because it's like one tap, two tap. If it doesn't break through now, it's probably going to go down because it's already had more than 3 taps. You know, if there's more rejection, it's either going to be like, okay, it comes in, boom. You know, like that's why some people say that support and resistance and supply and demand areas can be quite similar. You know, like they would have been like, okay, this is the zone. You know, like some people say it's a zone or an area, and I just say, like, what I've recognized is that the supply area is normally a similar support area. Resistance area, sorry, my bad. Resistance area, you know, but like now, is this resistance going to be broken? You know, like you can only like tell, like it's tapped in again, like it goes 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3, 4 down, 1, 2 down, you know, so like it's kind of like maybe it will carry on, maybe it won't carry on, you know, so like that's why it's just over there, you know, we'll see. What is girl doing at the moment? See? Boom. In the morning, then enjoy HV. That's interesting. Why did it not move it? Got stopped out, but I was in profit. So look at that. Order history. Rejected. Balance history. Plus 93, plus 2. You know, so you can see that the 3 positions that I've been taking online on my paper trading, we are in profit. All right. This supply area is really strong. This one. Alright, well, I think that is going to be the night. So I hope you guys that are watching me and following me, if you are wanting to learn to trade, you are also practicing, and you're also being kind to yourself, taking it slow. So we will be back